Hello, welcome everybody. Good afternoon to everybody out there, my Corto Olive Oil Amazon friends. Chef Anita here, coming to you live again for one of my olive oil driven recipes with Corto Olive Oil, as you can see. There we go. Now, if you guys don't already know me, or if you already know me, I come to you live once a month featuring a brand new olive oil driven recipe. And the olive oil that I am using, as I have mentioned in all of my videos, is bar none, by far, the best olive oil I have ever tested, tasted, and cooked with as a chef in my restaurant, in my home. And I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you out there, all my home chefs, who are getting this olive oil from directly right here, Amazon, to your door, are getting the same feeling I do about this amazing product. Super fresh, super beautiful, flavor unlike any other. It's bright, it's citrusy, it's not bitter because of the way they mill their olives. I've talked about this so many times. I feel like a broken record, honestly, but I feel like if I say it enough, everyone will hop on board, scroll through here, give it a test, and come back to me. Let me know what you think about it. But I mean, I'm gonna start posting like comments from actual other people from all over, just trying out this product for themselves for the first time. My sister being one of them, and she is like completely in love. It has changed her life. Okay, what am I doing today? Still talking about the holidays. I came to you with another recipe that felt comforting and warm during the holiday season. No matter what holiday it is that you celebrate at home, if you even celebrate, it doesn't even matter. You can still have this amazing warm feeling any day of the week. But we are concentrating now on the holidays, and I wanted to bring you another simple recipe that you can elevate at home, my home chefs out there, with this olive oil, Corto Olive Oil. We're going to be actually featuring the Truly today, finishing my dish with it because it's the best finishing olive oil ever, seriously. And also I'm going to be featuring a little bit of the La Padella high saute heat oil. Did that come out right? I'm not even entirely sure. But the reason why it's called saute oil, high heat, it's because it can withstand that higher temperature to give your food a perfect sear every time without burning your pan and without burning your ingredients. I'm telling you, I've done it. Go back, take a look at it. I've done the legwork for you. These guys travel all over the world with me. I literally featured them in Italy, took them to the Grand Tetons. I live here in Nicaragua, first met them in California, where they harvest, they grow, and they process this amazing product for you guys at home. Again, you're probably like, girl, enough with the introduction. What are we cooking? Again, holidays. For those of you who cook at home, for all your family out there, I know everybody's always looking for a simpler way to elevate a dish and present it to your guests and feel like you spent hours on it. Well, here's one of those things. Now, I'm sure you guys have already seen this before. And whenever I'm asked for the recipe for the month, it's really hard for me to commit on an actual product because living in Nicaragua, you know, it's difficult to come by some of those things that are really accessible to us in America. Everywhere I go in this country, there is feta cheese. And as you can see here, it's supposed to be a baked feta olive oil dip. I traveled for 3 hours trying to find feta, couldn't find feta. But I decided to leave the title as it is because this could work with a lot of different kinds of cheeses, a melty, ooey gooey kind of cheese. I really wanted the feta because feta and olive oil is probably one of my favorite combinations ever. But while I was in search of feta, I did find camembert. a brie. Now we're elevating here. This is a beautiful French ooey gooey cheese that you can bake in like literally minutes and top off with different accoutrements, garnishes, whatever you want. Fresh truffle, you can even put caviar on this and have an amazing meal. So I went with the camembert. Again, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. I can speak English, Spanish, Italian. Me and French, I feel sad every time I try to say anything like that. But anyway, this is locally made here in Nicaragua by this amazing cheesemaker. She delivers it to every little shop here. The naturals here in Nica carry this. I begged them for feta, but they had no feta, so we went with this. Now, in order to make this exactly like I wanted to do with my recipe, it's gonna have to go a little bit different because typically, and I've already had, as you can see here, a cast iron pan going so that we can get to the cooking process quicker because it's gotta go in the oven, then we're gonna take it out. So I really should stop talking and actually prepping because we're gonna do all the prep live here today. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna tie this off with a little cooking twine, the cheese, because when it bakes in the oven, it's gonna go into a hot oven. It's gonna kind of separate a little bit because we're gonna score the top. And I wanna try and keep it as much as possible intact. Now you could definitely keep the rind on and top it off and then peel into it. But I kind of want to see what it does if I score it a little bit, just so, again, we can kind of get through the cooking process quicker. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to take my cheese. By the way, I am completely obsessed with that little pan. I don't even know where I got it. I just saw it and I had to have it. I love little cooking utensils. Don't ask me why. Okay, so again, we're going to tie this off with a little cooking twine to try and keep it intact as it bakes. But if it spills out all over the place, it's okay. But we're going for presentation here. Now, I'm going to tie it off a little tight, make a quick knot, and then this is going to go on top of this already heated cast iron. See, let me show you what I did there. See, just a little cooking twine to try and hold that rind together. And then I'm going to take a knife, sharp knife, and I'm going to score the top just a little bit. Nothing crazy. And then that's going to help cook it up quicker. See that? Okay. I'm going to put this off to the side. I need to create some room. The reason why I wanted to have feta, it's because it's going to be accompanied with sliced tomato, red onion, and sweet bell peppers. These peppers are so incredibly sweet here. It's amazing. And then over the top, I am going to chop up some nuts just to go over the top there. And I'll be dipping it with this gorgeous croissant baked here in the bakery this morning, and I was like, yes, that's what we're gonna have. And then I have still some of that balsamic glaze, but today I warmed it up a little bit more and added some honey because, guys, come on, honey, balsamic, olive oil, which we will be finishing, like I said, with this, and this gorgeous array of dried fruits and nuts, and the sauteed warm vegetables. Now, as I said, this is a dish, if made with feta, you could do it really quickly. You can put it all into either a ceramic bowl, some sort of cast iron. You can do it into that little non-stick pan if you want to as well. But the way that I've also seen it done is using, why is the word just completely escaping me? It's the French, you make soufflés in it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am a chef and I can't remember the word. It'll come to me in like 20 minutes. Anyway, so we're gonna go on ahead and put it into the cast iron to hurry up and get it going. If any of you are watching me out there, please don't delete, don't unsubscribe. I promise the word is gonna come to me. I'm gonna put this off to the side and I'm gonna start my slicing really quickly here. We're gonna finish that off with a little bit of chopped parsley, that balsamic glaze, that olive oil. It's gonna be gorgeous. So I'm just gonna, because I am only doing one portion, I don't wanna waste product. So, a ramekin. I got it. Thank you. That was gonna literally keep me up at night if I didn't figure out that word. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I hope my internet is working. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm not even cleaning off this pepper. I'm just chopping it off or slicing it really nice and thin from the bottom up. And then whatever's left over I can use later. But just going all the way up here to that part where typically you would have to core it out. And then I'm going to do the same with the tomato. Now the tomato is not going to get cooked in this cast iron. It's going to be laid on the bottom and then on the top. Much like everything else, it's just going to become a beautiful kind of adornment, a garnish if you will, on the bottom. And then over the top I'm going to put a couple more slices of that tomato. I'm going to add a spice blend, which I have here, of rosemary, a little bit of oregano, a little red chili flake, because again, we like it spicy in this house. I have some white pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. That's going to get sprinkled over the top, creating flavor. I'm going to go on ahead and just add a little bit of pink sea salt. Again, creating flavor from the bottom up, making sure and elevating those flavors as well. So let's get to cooking here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but caramelized vegetables in a dish with olive oil, I pretty much eat that like every single day. I absolutely love it. Like, I absolutely love just grabbing a bunch of vegetables, taking my La Padella saute oil, getting this cast iron going or the wok, and just sauteing all these vegetables together. I make a little sauce or a little marinade with the truly olive oil, goes over the top, and that is literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just absolutely love it. Now, I only grabbed one cheek of my onion because again, we're only doing one portion here and the portion is not that big. But for you folks at home, typically this camembert comes in a lot of different sizes. You can either do it small like this one, just so you could have an array of different stuff, you know, for people to pick at during your holidays. Or you can buy the bigger one and then you can add more vegetables to it. So here we go. Now this pan is pretty hot already because I have had it on here for a while. I love cast iron pans because I can put it on low heat. Now, do you see what I'm saying here? I'm going to show you. I've had this pan on a flame, low flame, for about 15 minutes. And do you see what the olive oil is doing? Can you guys see that? That white kind of cloudy smoke? It's instantaneous. It's not dark. It doesn't smell like it's burning. And I know I can go right in there. So again, I'm doing this like this because I want to try and hurry up this cooking process, because then, whoop, drop a little bit of onion there. So I am just laying that out just like that, taking that pink sea salt, going over the top, if I can get it to work. There we go. And then I'm gonna lay the tomato all around here, leaving a few slices for the top of the actual cheese being baked. So now what this is doing with that beautiful olive oil, oh, now I turn off the heat too, because then it's gonna go into the oven. I'm gonna let that come to more of a room temperature. But when I do this, I can then put everything into the oven and it'll come up really quickly. Like I'm telling you, I'm talking a lot here, guys, but you do this at home, it's a quick prep, a quick cook, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, the thing with this, okay, now cheese goes right on top. And I mean, use vegetables, use whatever kind of vegetables to your heart's desire, to your family's liking. You don't have to use exactly what I'm making here, but for me, this is just gorgeous. Now this is my favorite part. We are gonna pour olive oil to your heart's content. There is no measurement. If you guys like a lot of olive oil like I do, go in there with about a half a cup of olive oil or do a couple of tablespoons, literally whatever you want. I'm sorry, what are you making? That's too much cheese. It's a dip. It's a dip, so don't worry. The dip is gonna split open, cooked with all those vegetables, and then we're gonna use a little bread to dip that in there. So it's okay. It's supposed to be a lot of cheese. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna pour that all over the top. And then I'm gonna lay those little extra slices of tomatoes right on top, and it'll look something like this. Now, can you guys imagine this with the feta? Now this goes into a wicked hot oven. And then you and I are gonna stand here for a minute and have a chat while that cooks up. Hopefully it'll be real nice and quick, so then we can enjoy. Oh, a box of olive oil. I know. I understand. This is why they're so special. I only cooked with olive oils that came in a tin can or a glass bottle. The reason why they use this box is because it is completely sealed to protect the flavor and the quality of the olive oil. No light gets in. The heat doesn't come in and make your olive oil bitter. The reason why a lot of olive oils taste bitter or rancid is because a lot of people keep them right next to the flame. These olive oils never ever stay next to the stove. They are way back there in a dark corner, away from any kind of heat, any kind of indirect, direct light, whatever. But the boxes do a lot of the work for you as well. Yes, I know that too. So that is why this olive oil is so special. It is harvested and then it is milled the same day and put into these boxes. And then when you order them online, like I said right here, you can actually have them delivered right to your door in this beautiful packaging, and you get a sense of what I'm talking about. It is absolutely gorgeous. So again, they take their time to grow sustainably, organically. They do everything absolutely gorgeous so that when you eat this olive oil, you feel healthier for it. And this bottle, both of these bottles, actually all of their bottles are actually this dark so that they can also protect from sun and from any kind of heat. Now, if you guys have not already heard about their beautiful, beautiful, beautiful olive oil agrumato style, meaning adding this unbelievable flavor of Calabrian chilies, which they grow and harvest themselves as well. They just came out with a yuzu flavored olive oil, and I am desperately trying to figure out how to get it down here for me to try, but living in Nicaragua, it's a little bit difficult because mail, what have you. So I'm trying to work this out. But when I go back to the States, I literally smuggle this stuff in my suitcase. They come everywhere with me. They have their own suitcase, but when I need more, I order it. I have it sent to my sister's house or wherever I'm going. I figure out an address, they send it to me, and then I bring it with me. It's really that amazing. It's really that good. I know people have their favorites. I did too. In my restaurant, we only use a certain kind, and I just fell in love with this when I was doing a photo shoot with them. I can hear it. I'm not entirely sure what is going on in this commentary. Okay, I'm sorry if this is a sir or madam. I'm trying to cook a beautiful family meal here, so let's just keep it nice, okay? You can move on if you don't like what I'm doing. It's quite all right. I'm not going to be insulted because I know that I represent a beautiful brand and I trust it. So anyway, going back to this, oh my gosh, it has literally already like started to just kind of melt everywhere. So I'm super excited for that. I'm actually down to the wire here, so let's again keep those fingers crossed that it gets going. Okay, let's see how, if someone on the other side from my team, if you guys can figure out a way to kind of quiet this conversation, please let me know. Amazon, maybe you can do something about it. I appreciate it. This is not what we're here for. This is very rude. Okay, so, yep, that cheese is cooking up beautifully. I'm actually gonna bring this right back up here. I want those vegetables to hurry up and caramelize before I run out of time here. So I'm actually gonna take, let me see. Grab a spoon here. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This cheese is already melting everywhere. This is incredible. There we go. Okay. We're almost there, guys. Now you saw what I did there. I took it out of the heat, or out of the oven, but I went ahead and started this burner back up, so I didn't want the actual temperature to drop too drastically, because again, I'm on a time limit here, so I'm gonna go on ahead and just wait a little longer. If you guys have any other questions or any other comments, please go ahead and ask me now, since I can actually answer it. So, oh, you know what I forgot? See, this is what happens when you get distracted. So, let's go back in here and let's add our spice. There we go. And I'm going to add also some of that salt. There we go. Pop it back in for another couple of minutes. Like literally this cheese has now opened up from the bottom and I'm absolutely in love with it, because we're going to take that beautiful croissant and it is just going to be an ooey gooey beautiful dipping mess, and I cannot wait for it. For me and my family, when we celebrate our holidays, we're all about the sides and the appetizers. I don't know why. We love sides, appetizers. And when you have a dip like this and then you have a crusty olive oil toasted bread, it's just magical. It gives you that warm hug that I'm talking about, you know, guys? Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited to always bring these recipes to you. It is it's my little way of saying thank you for watching, and my way of educating all of you out there on how to elevate your own cooking at home. Or if you work in a restaurant, guys, check these guys out. My chefs, my home cooks out there. And I really hope that you guys have somebody out there to hug and to celebrate with. And if you're home wanting to see something, go ahead, scroll through, check out all of the lives that I've done here. And again, check these guys out, Corto Olive Oil. They are really, truly amazing. I mean, I can't say enough about them. I really can't. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted there, but you know, when stuff like that happens, it's a little off-putting, you know? Okay, let's see what this is looking like. Oh my gosh, okay, yep. Again, olive oil driven dish. It is piping hot. It's absolutely gorgeous. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this balsamic. Now again, you can just leave it right in there so it'll keep cooking. That carryover heat is amazing. I'm going to take some of this balsamic honey glaze and just put that right over the top. Like that. And I'm telling you guys, pour to your heart's content. Oh my gosh, you should smell my kitchen right now. The smell of the balsamic, the honey with the citrus, olive oil, it's the La Padella. I mean, I can't say enough. I really cannot say enough. See that? I just poured more olive oil on it. More. And then I'm going to take my beautiful, actually we're going to go right in here and grab some of these caramelized cheesy tomatoes. You guys, I can't wait to show you. It's incredible. It was in there for like, what, 3 minutes? I believe the time here was 3 minutes. And it's already perfectly caramelized. And it's still cooking here on the heat, which makes it even more fun and more ooey gooey. And then we're going to go in with some of these nuts and dried fruits. And you could definitely put on here walnuts, almonds, whatever you like, pecans. Make it as holiday as you want. And then we're going to go all around with some beautiful Italian parsley. Okay, let me show you this, because we are still cooking here. I can't wait to try a bite of this. Look at that. Do you see that? I wish you guys could smell this. Look at the cheese, the rind stayed intact, but this part right here opened up and it just poured into this olive oil bottom. Do you see that? I mean, and it's still sizzling. It's amazing. So like I said, this fresh baked croissant, I'm gonna crack that open. Oh my God, so gorgeous. I'm actually gonna pour a little bit of this olive oil over it. Woo, there it goes. And then I'm gonna dip it into the cheese. Okay. I am about to burn myself terribly. Look at this bite, guys. Cheesy olive oil. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you, you can use feta, you can use camembert, you can use whatever kind of cheese that is super melty, just make sure and be liberal with that gorgeous olive oil from Corto Olive Oil. And this is gonna make a difference in your family's table. I'm telling you. I'm trying to talk a little bit more because I really want to eat this, but I know I'm gonna burn myself. But I just can't wait. Mmm. 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 That is incredible, guys. I just realized I didn't photograph this. Shoot. It's okay. The photo is already there from the last one I made, and that was made with feta. This is amazing. I gotta go back and finish eating this. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry about the rude comments. I'm not aware of how I can delete those from my lives on Amazon. All my other platforms, I can just block the person, but I do apologize for the back and forth of that. I was unprepared for it. So go back, watch my videos. I'll be back next month with another beautiful olive oil, Corto olive oil driven recipe. These guys really know their stuff. Thank you so much.